So give me one lesson about organization, operations that you picked up from Gertz and that you leveraged to make you successful.
Well, I think certainly being prepared for game day makes you a lot more successful with the outcome.
Like?
I think organization, working hard in advance of service. I'm still an advocate these days of when you come in, you don't drag your feet. You come in hustling, and you hustle those first few hours, and you really get the restaurant set up and prepared. So then you're taking a deep breath and looking around and going, okay, what can I fine tune before the guests come in? And that way we're not scrambling for the guests. We're actually focused and hyper-focused on quality and putting product on a plate.
In aviation, they call us being ahead of the airplane. Because as you're flying, because I have a background in commercial aviation, as you're flying, you don't have time when you're setting up the approach, when you're flying the approach, to be putting frequencies in the radio or dialing in ILS or like whatever. Like you got to have all that lined up, your situational awareness lined up, so you can fly into it ready to go. Because you can't go backwards, you can't turn around,
and it makes it a whole lot more comfortable.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes it a whole lot more comfortable. You go into service and you're scrambling, or you're still trying to fill this hole and that hole and heat up this thing and that thing. Start behind, stay behind. And I just don't believe in that. So it was really about getting everybody organized and getting everybody set and ready to go. Being positive, pumping everybody up. I feel like when you're a leader, you have to be a coach, a cheerleader. You have to be willing to get in and be the captain of the team when it's necessary. You got to be a lot of different things, and you also have to be the person who absorbs stress for the team and not project it out. So that was sort of the role I filled. I will say that I'm not sure that was my primary focus in my early 20s. But as I matured a little bit into my mid to later 20s, I realized that stressing out and stressing the team out was counterproductive, and that to be a good leader, I really needed to absorb the stress and keep my team even keel so they could perform at their best level.
Yeah. What does absorbing the stress look like?
Well, just if something goes wrong on the line, or the front of the house decides they're going to slam us, or something happens, you just gotta try and control the environment. I'm very fond of saying, and if you talk to any of the managers here, they could tell you one of my mantras is control what you can control.
Okay.
So as things are firing in at us, it's a bit like taking flak and just trying to have everything aimed at you so your team can stay under control. And then you got to kind of take a couple deep breaths and maybe swallow a little bit of that, and then just try and intensify the team. But there's another quote that I might mess up, but I've always found it to be more effective and to get more out of people by sort of igniting an inferno within them versus trying to light a fire under their ass.
Yes, I love that. And this mentality of absorbing, and what I'm thinking of is the idea of being proactive versus reactive, acting on the world instead of letting the world act on you. You know what I mean? It's kind of how I'm processing that.
Yep.